Hello children, today I am here to teach you chapter 10 in your textbook, that's fractions. So we are doing part 1 and part 2 together. So in this lesson we are identifying mixed numbers and improper fractions and convert mixed number into improper fractions and improper fractions into mixed numbers. What is a fraction? Fraction is a part of a whole thing. Look at these diagrams. Write down the shaded part as a fraction. This figure is divided into 4 equal parts. One part is shaded. So how can you write as a fraction? This is 1 over 4. This figure equally divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. Out of 8, how many parts shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 over 8. This one. How many parts altogether? 8 parts are there. Out of 8, 1, 2, 3 parts are shaded. 3 over 8. This figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 6 parts, 1 part is shaded. So this is 1 over 6. So we call the number above the line is the numerator and the number below the line is the denominator. So write down the numerator and denominator of the following. 5 over 8. So what's the numerator? Numerator 5, denominator 8. 7 over 10. Numerator is the number above the line. That's 7. 10 is the denominator. 11 over 9, what's the numerator? 11. And 9 is below the line. That's the denominator. What is unit fraction means? Fractions with numerator 1 are called unit fractions. Look at these fractions. All the numerators are 1. So those are unit fractions. Proper fractions. Fractions with numerator smaller than the denominator are called proper fractions. So see, 3 is less than 7, 11 is less than 15, 7 is less than 8, 5 is less than 6 and 4 is less than 13. When the numerator is less than the denominator, we call it proper fractions. Improper means other way around. If the numerator is larger than the denominator, we call it improper fractions. And also you need to know about equivalent fractions. So what are equivalent fractions? Fractions that are equal in value are called equivalent fractions. How can you get the equivalent fractions? You can multiply or divide the numerator and the denominator by the same amount. So when you take multiples, you get equivalent fractions. When you take the multiple of the numerator and the denominator of the lowest term, you get other equivalent fractions. Look at this one, 2/3. Multiply by 2, you get 4. Multiply by 2, 2 times 3, 6. So likewise, multiply by 3, 2 times 3, 6. Then 3 times 3, 9. Multiply by 4, 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. So you can again multiply by 5. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15. So that's also equivalent fractions. Write the equivalent fractions. How you get 14 from 7? Multiply by 2. So multiply this by 2, you get 4. This to this, 7 to 21, multiply by 3. 3 times 2, 6. 7 to 28, that's multiplied by 4. 4 times 2, you get 8. Look at this one. 6 becomes 12. That's multiplied by 2. Do the same thing. 5 multiplied by 2, you get 10. 5 becomes 15. That's multiplied by 3. 6 times 3, 18. This one, 5 multiplied by 4, you get 20. 6 times 4, 24. Look at this one now. Reduced. That means divided by the same amount. Divided by 2, you get 30. Divide by 2, here you get 12. Again, here to here, 60 to 20, that's divided by 3. So divide this by 3, you get 8 here. Then from here to here, you can do 30. How you get 15? Divided by 2. So 12 divided by 2, you get 6. And another one, you can take, what's the number? Multiply by 2 or something here. You can do 2 times 8, 16. 2 times 20, 40. So you can write any equivalent fraction. This one, 120 to 60. That's divided by 2. 48 divided by 2, you get 24. 120 to 40, that's divided by 3. So do the same thing. 48 divided by 3, 1 and 6. That's 16. Here to here we can do 60. When you divide it by 2, you get 30. 24 divided by 2, you get 12. Here to here you can do 40 divided by 2, you get 20. 16 divided by 2, that's 8. Look at these fractions. Identify unit fractions, proper fractions, improper fractions and equivalent fractions. Unit fractions, that means the numerator is 1. You get half. 1/3 and 1/6. Proper fractions other than unit fractions, because we can see these are also proper fractions. Unit fractions also proper fractions. But other than unit fractions, what are the other ones? The numerator is smaller than the denominator. 4/7. 4/7. Then 2/4. 7/8. What else? 5/15. Then 7/9. 11/12. 5/10. Then improper fractions, that means the numerator is bigger than the denominator. 5/3. 11/9. 13/4 and 21/4. Now equivalent fractions. How we find equivalent fractions? Look at carefully. I can see half and 2/4. These two, half and 2/4. That's equal. What else? These two, 1/3 and 5/15. So multiply by 5. Do we get another one? Here, another one. 5/10. Multiplied by 5, half. You get this one is 5/10. 5, 10. So 2, 4. Can we get some more? That's all. So we are not getting other values. So look at carefully. You are not getting. So those are the equivalent fractions. Comparison of fractions. Now we want to compare the two diagrams. Both are equal, divided into 6 and shaded here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parts out of 6. This one only one part shaded. So when you want to compare 5 over 6 and 1 over 6, which part is bigger? We can see the denominator is the same. So by looking at the numerators, we can decide which one is bigger. So I can say 5 over 6 is greater than 1 over 6. So this is bigger part than 1 over 6. Comparison of fractions with the same denominator. Fill in the blanks with greater than or less than sign. Look at this. Both denominators are the same. So this one is bigger. 5 is bigger than 3. So you get this symbol. 5 over 7 is greater than 3 over 7. Same denominator. Compare the numerators then. 7 is bigger than 5. So 7 over 10 is bigger than 5 over 10. This one, 8 is bigger. 3 is less. So you use this symbol. 3 over 11 is less than 8 over 11. Comparison of fractions with different denominators. Now what we do? The denominators are different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 6 parts, 5 parts shaded. Now if you take, this is one part, 1, 2, 3. Out of 3, one part is shaded. Now we can't compare 5 over 6 with 1 over 3. So what we do? We find out the equivalent fractions to that with the denominator 6. So when you multiply by 2, you get this equivalent fraction. 2 over 6. Now you can compare. Which one is bigger? 5 or 2? 5 is bigger than 2. So you can write 5 over 6 is bigger than, first you write this one, then you can write 5 over 6 is greater than 1/3. When denominators are different, convert to the same denominator using equivalent fractions. Fill in the blanks using greater than or less than sign. 3 over 5 and 7 over 10. So we need to convert this to the equivalent fraction. So multiply by 2. Multiply this by 2, you get 6. Now which one is bigger, 7 or 6? 7 is bigger than 6. So we can say this side is bigger. So 3/5 is less than 7 over 10. When you want to compare these two, you have to convert this 3/4 to the equivalent fraction with the denominator 8. How you do that? You can multiply by 2. 2 times 3, you get 6 here. Now, which one is bigger when you compare these two? 6 is bigger than 5. So that means 3/4 is bigger than 5 over 8. So in other words, we can say 5 over 8 is less than 3 over 4. Look at these two, 7 over 12 and 3 over 4. So we'll convert to the same denominator. I need this one to 12. So that means multiply by 3. 3 times 3, 9. Now which one is bigger, 9 or 7? 9 is bigger. That means 3/4 is bigger than 7 over 12. When you want to compare these two, 20 and 4. So this one we need to convert to the denominator 20. That means multiply by 5. 5 times 3, 15. Now, which one is bigger, 17 or 15? 17 is bigger than 15, so this is bigger than 3/4. Look at this question, 5/6 and 7/9. So you have to convert to the same denominator. So 6 and 9. What's the common one, common denominator? That's 18. So we are looking at lowest common multiple. So 6 and 9 you can convert to 18. So multiply by 3. 3 times 5, 15. 7/9 also you have to convert to this one, 18. 9 to 18. Multiply by 2. 2 times 7, 14. Now you can compare these two. Which one is bigger, 15 or 14? 15 is bigger. That means 5/6 is bigger than 7/9. 7/8 and 11/12. What's the common one? You have to convert both the denominators to common one. 8 and 12, lowest common multiple. That's 24. So 8 times 3, 24. So 7 times 3, 21. 12 times 2, 24. 11 times 2, 22. Now which one is bigger, 21 or 22? 22 is bigger than 21. That means 11/12 is bigger. This side is bigger than 7/8. Now compare these two, 4/5 and 3/8. So what's the common one, common denominator? That's 40. So convert this to 40. That means multiply by 8. 8 times 4, 32. 8 to 40, that means multiply by 5. 5 times 3, 15. Now compare these two. Which one is bigger? Numerator, 32 is bigger than 15. So that means 4/5 is bigger than 3/8. Look at these fractions. Write these fractions in ascending order by looking at the denominator. All the numerators are ones. So how we decide? By looking at the denominator. Do you know when the denominator becomes bigger and bigger, the value becomes smaller? Because think about 5, we'll say 50 is the numerator. 50 divided by 10 or 50 divided by 25. Think about this one. 50 divided by 10 is 5. 50 divided by 25, that's 2. Which one is bigger? So you see this one. So this one is bigger. 50 divided by 10. When you compare 10 and 25, this is smaller. When you get smaller denominator, the value is bigger. So you have to get an idea about that. So when the denominator is larger, the value becomes smaller, opposite way. So that means what's the smallest? Smallest means the highest denominator, 1/9. Then 1/7, 1/6, 1/5 and 1/3. Ascending order means smallest to biggest. Bigger denominator, you get a smaller value. So that comes first. Amila travelled 5/8 by bus, 2/5 by bicycle. How he went for larger distance? So we need to compare which one is bigger, 5/8 and 2/5. Distance by bus, 5/8. And distance by bicycle, 2/5. What's the common one, common denominator? 5 and 8, that's 40. So we can convert to denominator 40. 8 multiplied by 5, you get 40. 5 times 5, 25. 5 multiplied by 8, you get 40. 8 times 2, 16. Now, which one is bigger? 25 is bigger than 16. So, distance by bus is greater. So, 25 over 40 is greater than 16 over 40. That means distance by bus is the larger fraction. Mihiri ate 3/7 of a loaf of bread and Achini ate 4/5 of another loaf of bread. Who ate higher portion? Who ate higher portion? So what's the fraction by Mihiri? That's 3/7. This one, 4/5. What's the common denominator? 7 and 5. That's 35. So we need to convert both to 35. How we do that? 7 times 5. So 5 times 3, 15 here. 5 times 7, 35. 7 times 4, 28. Now which one is bigger? 28 or 15? 28. So that means who ate the higher portion? So we can say this number 4 over 5 is bigger than 3/7. So that means the person who ate higher portion is Achini. Now we look at mixed numbers. Can I have 2 loaves and a half of bread? Piyasiri asked from the vendor. 2 loaves and half of a bread, half of a loaf. This can be written as 1 and 1 becomes 2. 2 plus half. I can write this as 2 and a half. 2 is a whole number and half is a fraction. So combination of a whole number and a fraction we call as a mixed number. So what are mixed numbers? For example, 3 and a half, whole number and a fraction. 8 and 3/5, a whole number and a fraction. 4 and 2/3, 6 and 7/9. So mixture of a whole number and a fraction we call a mixed number. Not mixed fraction, mixed numbers. Convert 1 and 1/3 to improper fractions. So how we convert 1 and 1/3? That's a mixed number. One and 1/3 is a mixed number. I can write 1 plus 1/3. So 1 means I can write the equivalent fraction with denominator 3. Multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 3. I can write 3 over 3 instead of 1. Now, same denominator, I can just add it. 3 plus 1, 4. So 4 over 3. This is an improper fraction. Convert 2 and 3/5 to improper fraction. So 2 and 3/5. 2 how can I write as an equivalent fraction? Multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 5. 5 times 2, 10. And 5 times 1, 5. Now, same denominator, I can add it. 10 plus 3, 13. So, 13 over 5. Convert 3 and 3/4 as an improper fraction. So, equivalent fraction you can write. So, I can write 3 3/4 is 3 plus 3/4. So, I can write 3 as what? 3 times 4. 12 over 3 times 4. So, multiply by 4. You get 4 here. Plus 3/4. Then 12 plus 3, 15. So 15 over 4. Now, there's an easy way to convert mixed numbers to improper fractions. Now, we'll look at that. So, when you get a mixed number, what we do, first multiply the whole number and the denominator. This way, we multiply 5 times 3. And then add the numerator to the above answer. So, then you add these two. So, that's the easiest way to convert mixed numbers to improper fractions. 5 times 3. And then add 1. Denominator stays the same. So, what's that? 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 1 over 5. That is 16 over 5. 5 times 3, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. 16 over 5. Convert to improper fractions. Now we'll use the easy way of doing that. 3 times 2 plus 2. 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 7 and 1/3. So multiply these two. 3 times 7 and add 1. What's 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 1. 22 over 3. Now this one, 2 and 1/3. Multiply these two. 2 times 3. And then add 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1. You get 7 over 3. Convert to improper fractions at once. Now we know the method. At once we'll do without writing. 5 times 2, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. 35 times 4. We'll do it here. 35 times 4. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 3, 12 plus 2, 14. 140. 140 plus 1, 141 over 35. This one, 7 times 3, 21. 21 plus 2, 23. 6 times 4, 24. 24 plus 3, 27. Now look at this one. How we convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. So 7 over 3. How can I write 7 in terms of 3? I can write. How can I write 7 in terms of 3? I can write 3 plus 3. 6. 6 plus 1. 7. Then I can divide. 3 over 3. 3 over 3 and 1/3. So 3 over 3 is 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1/3. 1 and 1, 2. And you get 1/3. 2 and 1/3. 12 over 5 I can write. How many 5s? I can write 5, 5, 10 and then 2. Then divide. 5 over 5. 5 over 5 plus 2 over 5. 5 over 5 is 1. 1 plus 1 plus 2/5. 1 and 1 becomes 2 and 2/5. Look at this question. Convert improper fractions to mixed numbers using previous method. So how can I write 8 over 3? I can write this as 3, 3. That's 6 and another 2. Then I can write separately 3 over 3. 3 over 3 and 2 over 3. So what's 3 over 3? You get 1. 1 and 1 and 2/3. So 1 plus 1, 2 and you get 2/3. I can finally write 2 and 2/3. So that's the mixed number. 17/7. How can I write using sevens? 7 and 7, 14. 14 plus 3, 17. Then I can write separately 7/7 and this is 3/7. This is 1, 1, 3/7. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 3/7 I can write as 2 and 3/7. 11/4. How can I write 11/4? 4, 4, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. So 4/4, another 4/4 and 3/4. So 4/4 I can write, that's 1. This is 1. 3/4. 1 and 1, that's 2 plus 3/4. I can write 2 and 3/4. Easy way to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. We can use long division. Long division, how you do? Divide 23 by 7. 7 times 3. You get 21 and the remainder is 2. Then this is the remainder and this is the whole number we call the quotient. Quotient as the answer. So how we write down? 3 full parts are there. That's 3 and 2 remaining part is there out of 7. 2 sevens. 19/5. Use long division. 5 times 3, 15. 4 remaining. So how can I write the mixed number? 3 whole parts and 4 parts remaining out of 5. 37/9. So divide by 9. 9 times 4. 36. 1 remaining. So 4 full parts are there. 1 remaining out of 9. Now how can we compare mixed numbers? So in this question you are asked to compare 4 3/5 and 3 5/7. How we do that? Look at the whole number. Whole part. This is 4, this is 3. So which one is bigger? 4 or 3? 4 is larger than 3. So that means this mixed number is greater than the other one. So when you compare 4 and 3/5 and 3 5/7, we can see this is greater. So 4 parts out of this one, 4 and 3/5 is bigger than, larger than 3 and 5/7. Find the larger mixed number out of 3 5/7 and 3 3/5. Now what's happening? So here, same whole number. You can't say which one is bigger only by looking at the whole number. So you have to look at the fraction now. What are the fractions? 3/5 and 5/7. Then what you do? How you compare these fractions? You have to convert to the common denominator. 5 and 7, I can convert to 35 denominator. 5 times 7. So that means multiply by 7, you get 21 there. 7 times 5, 35. So multiply by 5, you get 25. Now which one is bigger? We can see 25 is bigger than 21. So this should be this way. So which part is more? This part. So 5/7. Greater than 3/5. When you add 3 to both sides. So we can see the same thing. So 3 and 5/7 is bigger than 3 and 3/5. So we can write down this is the larger number. Compare following fractions and put greater than or less than sign. Whole number is 3. So we can't compare. So we have to convert to the same denominator. 8 and 6. What's the denominator? 24. And that means multiply by 3. 3 times 3, 9. 24 here. Multiply by 4. 4 times 5, 20. Which one is bigger? This side is bigger. So that means I can write this side is bigger. When you look at this one, 5, the whole number both are the same. So you can't compare. So you have to look at the fraction 5 over 9 and 7 over 8. So what's the common one? 9 and 8. What's the common one? You get lowest common multiple. You can do like this. Divide by 3. Divide by 3 and 2. 8 times this one 4, 2, 2. So you get 3 times 3, 9, 9 times 8, 72. That means 8 times 5, 40. Here 9 times 7, 63. 9 times 7, 63. Which one is bigger? 63 is bigger than this one. So this side is bigger. So that means this one is bigger. So which one is larger? This is larger. Look at this one. Again, in these two, the whole number is the same. You can't compare. So you have to convert 6 and 8 to the same denominator, common one. So 6 and 8 you can convert to 24. 6 times 4, so 4 times 5, 20. And then 8 times 3, so 3 times 7, 21. So which one is bigger? 21 or 20? That's 21. So that means this one is bigger. So you can say this mixed number is bigger than this one. Look at these two. 3 is the whole number. So you have to look at the fraction. 7 over 10 and 4 over 5. So 10 is the common denominator. So what's the denominator? 10. So this is okay. And this one you have to multiply by 2. 2 times 4, that's 8. Now we have two numbers. 3, 7 over 10 and 3, 8 over 10. Which one is bigger? 8 is bigger than 7. So this should be in this sign. So you can write this is same as this one. So this is bigger. Comparison of mixed numbers. Can compare using this method as well. So what's the method? Converting to improper fractions. So 4 3/5. What's the improper fraction? 5 times 4, 20. 20 plus 3, 23. This one, 4 times 7, 28. 28 plus 5, 33. Now we are converting this to the common denominator. That's 35. Multiply by 5 here. We'll multiply this by 5 first. 5 times 3, 15. 1 remaining. 5 times 3, 15. Plus 1, 16. This one multiply by 7. 7 times 3, 21. 2 remaining. 7 times 2, 14. 14 plus 2, 16. Again, multiply by 7. 21, and 2 remaining. 7 times 2, 14 plus 2, 16. Now which one is bigger? Now you can compare. So 165 is bigger. Bigger than 161. This one is 35. Now 165 means this fraction, this mixed number, 4, 5 over 7. That's bigger than 161 means this one, 4, 3 over 5. So this one is bigger. So which one is easy? Using this method or the previous method? So previous method is easier than this method because you get big numbers here and you have to multiply big numbers. Look at this one. Use greater than or equal. So we'll practice the previous method. So converting to improper fraction. 3 and 3/5. 5 times 3, 15. 15 plus 3, 18. Here 7 times 3, 21. 21 plus 2, 23. Now what's the next step? Converting to the same denominator. So 5 and 7 we can convert to 35. So 7 times 5. So multiply 23 times 5. 5 times 3, 15. 1 remaining. 5 times 2, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. And multiply this by 7. 7 times 8, 56. 5 remaining. 7 times 1, 7 plus 5, 12. Now which one is bigger? 126 is bigger than 115. That means this number is bigger than this. This one again convert to improper fractions. 3 times 7, 21. 21 plus 2, 23. This one 5 times 7, 35. 35 plus 3, 38. Now compare. 5 and 3 means you have to convert to the same denominator. 15 is the common denominator. Convert to 15. This is multiplied by 3. So 3 times 8, 24. 2 remaining. 3 times 3, 9. Plus 2, 11. Here multiplied by 5. 5 times 3, 15. 1 remaining. 5 times 2, 10. Plus 1, 11. Now you can compare these two. Which one is bigger, 115 or 114? 115 is bigger. That means this number is bigger than the other one. Now we'll look at addition of fractions. Here look at these 3 circles. Both are same size and different parts colored. This is out of 8. How many parts shaded? 1, 2, 3. This one, out of 8 parts, 2 parts shaded. So what's the total parts? If you take this one, so all these parts put it into another circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parts out of 8. So when you take the same circle, we can see 3 parts out of 8 and 2 parts out of 8. You get 5 parts out of 8. So we can easily add the fractions. Do the same thing, same parts. So we can just add the numerator. 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4, you get 7. Same denominator you can do. 11. So that means we can add the numerator. 3 plus 7, you get 10. This one, 17 is the denominator. 8 plus 6, you can straight away add. 14 over 17. This one, 11 is the denominator. So you add 3 plus 5 plus 2. So 8, 8 plus 2, 10. This one, 15 is the common denominator. So you can add straight away. 7 plus 3 plus 1. 10, 10 plus 1, 11. This one, 13 is the denominator. You can add the numerators. 8 plus 2 plus 1. 10, 10 plus 1, 11. Add the fractions by converting the denominators to a common one. What's the difference here? Now the denominators are different. So you have to convert to the same denominator. 5 and 10. How can we convert to the same one? That's 10. So we'll convert 5 to 10 multiplied by 2. So you do the same thing to the numerator. 2 times 1, 2. Now we can add 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 over 10. 15 and 5. What's the common denominator? 15 and 5. That's 15. You can convert to 15. 7 is there. Same thing. 5 you have to convert to 15. That's multiplied by 3. 3 times 2, you get 6. So 7 plus 6, 13 out of 15. This one, different denominators, 27 and 9. What's the lowest common multiple of 27 and 9? That's 27. You can write this as the same. And this one, convert 9 to 27. That means multiply by 3. 3 times 2, you get 6. Now add it. 16. You get 13 plus 6. That's 19. 19 out of 23. This one, what's the lowest common multiple? 15 and 5. That's 15. So this is 4. Convert to 15. 5 times 3. So 3 times 2, you get 6. So 4 plus 6, 10. 10 out of 15. Now here, can you see? You can simplify further. 10 over 15. You can divide by 5. And write down, this is 2 over 5. Check it again. Multiply by 3. 6, 6 plus 4, 10. So when you get something like this, you can find the lowest term. Both the numerator and the denominator you can divide by 5. You get 2 and 5 times 2. Here 5 times 3. So 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 15. So 2/3. Subtraction of fractions, you can do the same thing. When the denominators are the same, you can just subtract the numerators. 3 minus 2, you get 1. This one, you can do the same thing. 9 minus 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. Same denominator, you can subtract the numerators. 8 minus 5 is 3. And 23 is the denominator. 7 minus 2 straight away. That's 5. 5 over 23. Subtract the fractions with different denominators. So what we do? Convert to the common one. 8 and 4. You can convert to 8. This is 3 and this is 2 times 4. So 2 times 1, you get 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So that's the simplest form, 1 over 8. 15 and 5, what's the lowest common multiple? That's 15. Convert to 15, that means multiply by 3. 3 times 3, 9. So 10 minus 9 is 1. So the answer is 1 over 15. Subtract the following fractions. Basic thing is to find the lowest common multiple or the common one to 7 and 2. That's 14. So convert both the fractions to the denominator 14. 7 times 2. So 2 times 5, 10. Here 2 to 14. That's multiplied by 7. So you get 7 here. So 10 minus 7, you get 3. So answer is 3 over 14. This one, 20 and 8. What's the common one? Common denominator. So you get 40. 40 is the common denominator. 20, you need to multiply by 2 to get 40. So 2 times 15, that's 30. 8 to 40, that's multiplied by 5. 5 times 5, 25. So 30 minus 25 is 5 over 40. Simplify. Divide both the numerator and the denominator by 5. You get 1 here and 8. 1 over 8. Addition of mixed numbers. So how we add mixed numbers? We can do whole numbers separately and the fractions separately. So I can do 2 plus 3 first. And then 1/4 and half separately. So what's 2 plus 3? You get 5. Now convert these two to the same common one. 4 and 2 I can convert to 4. That means 1 plus 2 times 2, 4. That means this is 2. So what's the answer? 5 plus 2 plus 1 is 3, 3/4. So I can write as a mixed number 5 and 3/4. This one, 3 and 2 I can add separately. And the fractions 5 over 8 and 1/4. 3 plus 2, 5. Then 8 and 4, the common denominator is 8. So you can convert 4 to 8. So 5 you can write as it is. 2 times 1, you get 2. Now you can write 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 over 8. As a mixed number, I can write 5 and 7 over 8. Add the following mixed numbers. How can I add this? The whole numbers separately. 3 plus 2. Fractions separately. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 and 2, what's the common denominator? You get 10. So both the fractions you have to convert to the denominator 10 equivalent fractions. 5 times 2. So that means 2 times 2, 4. 2 to 10, that means multiply by 5. 5 times 1 is 5. Now you can see 5 and 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 over 10. As a mixed number, I can write 5 and 9 over 10. These two. First add the whole numbers. 5 and 1. Then 1/4 and 1/3. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 and here 4 and 3, what's the common denominator? That's 12. Convert both to 12 denominator. 3 times 1, 3. 4 times 1, 4. So 6 and 7 over 12. You can write 6 and 7 over 12 together as a mixed number. These two. Same method. You just add the whole numbers and the fractions separately. 2 plus 1, 3 and 5 and 3. The common one is 15. Common denominator. So convert both the fractions to 15. 3 times 5. So 3 times 3, 9. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 1, 5. Now you can write 9 plus 5 is 14 over 15. As a mixed number, I can write 3 and 14 over 15. Look at this one. 5 and 1, both whole numbers, I can add it separately. 3 over 8 and 1 over 6 separately. So 6 is there. 8 and 6, what's the common denominator? That's, what's the number? 24. So convert to 24. 8 times 3. So 3 times 3, 9. This one. 6 times 4. 4 times 1, 4. So 6 with 9 plus 4, 13. I can write 6 plus 13 over 24. And what's the answer? 6 is there. 13 over 24 as a mixed number. Now, how we subtract the mixed numbers? Same thing. You take the separate whole numbers and fractions separately. 3 minus 1, you get 2. Here, same denominator, you can subtract the numerators. 3 minus 2, 1. 1 over 5. So the answer is 2 and 1/5. This one, 5 and 2 separately. Those are whole numbers. Then 3/4 and 2/3 separately. 5 minus 2, that's 3. What's the common denominator for 4 and 3? That's 12. So you have to convert to 12. 4 times 3, 12. So 3 times 3, 9. Here 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 2, 8. Now you can subtract 3 and 9 minus 8 is 1. So as a mixed number, I can write 3 and 1 over 12. Subtract the following mixed numbers. So you need to subtract the whole numbers first. 3 minus 1. Then the fractions separately. 4 over 5 minus 2 over 5. Same denominator, so it's easy to subtract. 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. So what's the answer? 2 and 2/5. This one, whole numbers first subtract. 7 minus 3. Then fractions separately. 5 over 8 minus 3 over 8. 7 minus 3 is 4. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 over 8. Now we can simplify. 2 over 8 means divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2. What's the equivalent fraction? 2 divided by 2, 1. 8 divided by 2, 4. So 4 and 1/4, you can write 4 and 1 over 4 together. This one. Whole numbers separately and the fractions separately. 3 minus 1, 2. What's the common denominator for 4 and 2? That's 4. So you can convert to 4. 2 times 2, 4. So 2 times 1, 2. So 2 and 1 over 4. You can write 2 and 1 over 4 like this. This one again, subtraction. Whole numbers separately and the fractions separately. 9 minus 4, that's 5. 6 and 4, what's the common denominator? 12. 6 times 2, 12. So 2 times 5, 10. Here, what's the equivalent fraction? 4 times 3, 12. 3 times 1, 3. So 5. 10 minus 3, you get 7. So you get 5 and 7 over 12. Now we'll look at review exercise in your textbook. Select the unit fractions from the following proper fractions and write them down. So what are unit fractions? The numerator is 1. So what are the fractions? So I can take 1 over 7, 1 over 3 and 1 over 100. Those are unit fractions. Fill in the blanks by selecting the suitable value from within the brackets. So you need to take 3 over 5 is 3 times 1/5, because 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5, you get 3 over 5. So 3 times. So you can write 3 into 1/5. Then 2 sevenths is what? 2 sevenths is 2 of 1/7. 1 over 7 plus 1 over 7. 5 1 over 6 is equal to 5 over 6. And equivalent fractions to 2/3 multiplied by 4. So 4 times 2, you get 8. Write down 2 equivalent fractions for each of the following fractions. So 2, I can write multiply by 2, 4 over 6. Multiply by 3, 6 and 9. Multiply by 2 first, I can write 6 over 10. Multiply by 3, 9 and 15. 6 over 8, I can multiply by 2, 12 over 16. Multiply by 3, 18 over 24. Then this one I can simplify. This is also, you can divide by 2 to get the simplest form. Here I'll divide this by 6. 6 and 8. And I can divide this by 2 again. 3 and 4. So divide by 6, 6 and 8. So same thing given. Question number 4. For each of the following fractions, write down the equivalent fractions within the smallest denominator. What are the equivalent fractions? Okay, so we'll do 18, 30. Simplify, divide by 2. We can divide by 6. 6 times 3, 6 times 5. So 3 over 5. That's the lowest form. So smallest denominator is that. If you take 6 and 24, you can divide by 8. 8 times 2, 8 times 3. So 2/3 is the lowest term. 10 and 35, what's the lowest term? Divide by 5, you get 2 and 7. So 2/7. Question number 5, write down the fractions in ascending order. So you have to first look at the denominators. All are the same. So that means you can look at the numerator. Smallest means smallest number. So 1 over 7 first. Then next number is 4. Next one is 5. And the other one is 6. So that's smallest to highest. Write down the fractions in descending order. Descending means highest to smallest. Now there's a problem. We can't compare because the denominators are not the same. So we'll convert to the same denominator. 3 and 4. I can convert to 12. Both to 12. So multiply by 4. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 2, 8. Here you multiply by 3. 3 times 1, 3. Now you can compare. Which one is the largest first? Descending means largest to smallest. What's the largest number? 8. 8 means 2/3 is the largest value. Then 7 over 12. Then we have 5 over 12. And the smallest one is 3. That's 3 over 12. So don't write 3 over 12 because the question gives 1 over 4. So you have to write down the numbers in the question, not the equivalent fractions. Question number 7. If Sydney obtained 21 marks out of a total of 25 marks for a test, express her marks as a fraction of the total marks. Out of 25, she got 21. So that's the fraction. Another one, a vendor bought a stock of 50 mangoes of which 8 were spoiled. Express the number of spoiled fruits as a fraction of the total number of fruits. So 8 were spoiled. 8 out of 50. Now we can simplify. So this is not the lowest term. So 8 over 50 you can simplify. Divide by 2. Divide by 2 you get 4. Divide by 2 here you get 25. So you can write 4 over 25 as well. Then express the number of good fruits as a fraction of the total number of fruits. So 8 spoiled. So how many good ones are there? You subtract 8 from 50. 42. So 42 good mangoes are there out of 50. So simplify. You can divide by 2. 21 over 25. That's the lowest term. Example number 1. Express 2 and 3/4 as an improper fraction. So what's the method? We can use the direct method. 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. Express 3.5 as an improper fraction. Multiply these two. 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. So 7 over 2. This one, express 17 over 10 as a mixed number. So you have two methods. So what's the first one? You can use 17 in terms of 10. 10 plus 7. I can write 17, 10 plus 7 like this. Then separate it. 10 over 10 plus 7 over 10. 10 plus 10. 10 over 10 is 1. 1 and 7 over 10. You can write 1, 7 over 10. That's one method. Second method, you can use long division. 17 divided by 10. 10 times 1, 10. 7 remaining. So that means you can write 1 full part and 7 out of 10. So you get the same answer. Which one is easy? The second method is easier than the first method. 17 over 4 as a mixed number. First method will split 17 in terms of 4. 4 plus 4, you get 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 4, 16. 16 and 1. So how many 4s are there? So 4 over 4, 4 over 4, 4 4s are there, 4 fractions. 1 over 4. So 1, 1, 1, 1. And 1/4. So you get 4 and 1/4. We'll use the easy method, long division. 17 divided by 4. 4 times 4, 16, and remainder 1. So 4 full parts are there, 1 remaining out of 4. So you can write 4 full parts and 1 out of 4. Exercise 10.1. Of the fractions given below, choose and write down the improper fractions. Improper means the numerator is bigger than the denominator. This is bigger. 8/6. And 49 is smaller, 31. 31/30. And what else? Here, 19 and 3. 19/3 is bigger. And that's all. So those are improper fractions. Express each of the following mixed numbers as an improper fraction. So how we convert at once? You multiply and add 1. 4 times 1, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. This one, 5 times 2, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. This one, 3 times 3, 9. 9 plus 1, you get 10. This one, 7 times 8, 56. 56 plus 5, you get 61. So 61/8. Look at the third question. Express each of the following improper fractions as a mixed number. So what's the method? What's the easiest method to convert to mixed number? You can use long division. So 14 divided by 3. 3 times 4, 12. So 2 remaining. So how can we write this as a mixed number? 4 full parts are there and 2 remaining out of 3. 13/5. Use long division. Divide by 5. 5 times 2, 10. 3 remaining. So how can we write down? 2 whole parts and 3 remaining out of 5. This one, 26/3. Use long division. How many 3's are there? 8. You get 24. So 2 remaining. You can write this as 8 full parts and 2 parts remaining out of 3. This one, 94 divided by 9. Use long division. How many 9's are there? This is 1. Remaining part is 0 and here you get 4 there. So for 4, that's nothing. So nothing means your remainder is 4. So how many full parts? You get 10 full parts and 4 parts remaining out of 9. Question number 4. Write down as a mixed number and as an improper fraction the amount of guava that each child receives when 23 equal-sized guavas are divided equally among 5 children. So altogether 23 pieces are there. 23 guavas are there. So you have to equally divide. So what you use? You have to use division. 23, you have to divide by 5. So in terms of this, you can use 23/5. So what they ask this one as an improper fraction as well as a mixed number. So what is this? This is an improper fraction. So how we convert this to mixed number? Use long division. 5 times 4, 20. 3 remaining. So what's the mixed number? 4 full parts are there, 3 parts remaining out of 5. Example 1, compare the fractions 17 over 12 and 9 over 5. Those are improper fractions. So we can convert to the same denominator. So what's the common denominator? 17 and 12 and 9 and 5. So we can convert to the denominator 60. That's the common one. So this one you have to multiply by 5. 5 times 7, 35. 3 remaining. 5 times 1, 5 plus 3, 8. This one, 5 to 60. Multiply by 12. 12 times 9. 9 times 2, 18. 9 times 1, 9 plus 1, 10. So 108. Now we can compare. So which one is bigger? 108 is bigger than 85. So this is this one. So you can write 17 over 12 is less than 9 over 5. Exercise 10.2. For each of the following parts, select and write down the larger or largest fraction from the given fraction. The numerator both are 1, so you can compare with the denominator. The denominator becomes larger and larger, the value becomes smaller. So when you take this one, the larger denominator is 5. 1 over 5 is smaller than 1/3. This one, same denominator. So you can compare with the numerators. Which one is bigger? 15 is bigger than 13. So you can write this one is bigger than this. 13 over 7 is less than 15 over 7. Now 3 fractions are there. Same denominator. So you can compare the smallest to largest. So when you take the smallest one, this is 5 over 11. I can write this is the smallest. And then the next one is 8 over 11. And the largest number is 12 over 11. So I can write this is the smallest and this is the largest, and this number fraction is in between. Look at these 3. Numerators are the same. So what you do? You look at the denominators. Larger the denominator, you get a smaller value. So that's the smallest. Then you get 11 over 5, and then the largest value is 11 over 3. This one, 10 and 5. Different denominators you can't compare. So convert to the same denominator. So 10. This one, 10. That means multiply by 2. 2 times 4, 8. Which one is bigger? 8 or 7? 8 is bigger. So that means this way. So we can write 7 over 10 is smaller than 4 over 5. These 2 fractions, 2 and 4. So you have to convert to the same denominator. So we'll convert this one 4. Here 4 over 5. Multiply by 2. 2 times 3, 6. Now you can compare. 6 is more than 5. So you can write 3 over 2 is greater than 5 over 4. This one, 3 over 4 and 2/3. Convert to the same denominator. That's 12. Common one is 12. Multiply this by 3. You get 9. This by 4. 4 times 2, 8. We can see 9 is greater than 8. That means this one is more than this. I can write 3/4 is greater than 2/3. This one, 8 and 3. What's the common denominator? That's 24. 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 15, 45. Here 8 times 3, 24. 8 times 7, 56. Now which one is bigger? 56 is bigger than 45. So I can write 15 over 8 is smaller than 7 over 3. Question number 2. For each of the following parts, select and write down the larger number from the given pair of mixed numbers. So what you do? It's straightforward. When you have a mixed number, first look at the whole number. If the whole number is bigger, definitely the mixed number is the largest one. 3 and 7. 7 is bigger. So which one is the largest one? 7 and 2/3. Compare these two. 6 and 4, whole numbers. 6 is bigger. 6 and 2/5 is the larger number. These two, now we can't compare with the whole number. You have to look at the fraction. Same denominator, so 7 is bigger than 3. So 5 and 7 over 8 is the larger one. This one you have to convert to the same denominator because 2 is the whole number, same, as well as we can't compare. We can actually compare. Why? Same numerator. So what's the theory? Same numerator. When the denominator becomes larger and larger, the value becomes smaller. So 4 over 7 is smaller than 4 over 5. So that means this number is the bigger one. These two. Whole numbers are the same and you can't compare with numerator or denominator. Only thing is to convert to the same denominator. So we'll convert to 8. This is 3 there. This one multiplied by 2. So 2. Which one is bigger? 3 8's bigger. So that means 6 and 3 over 8 is the larger one. These two, one is the same. Whole number is the same. So you have to convert to the same denominator. 4 and 3, that's 12. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 3, 9. Here 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 2, 8. Which one is bigger? 9 or 8? This is bigger. 9 is greater than 8. So that means 1 and 3/4 is bigger. These two, again we have to convert. So 7 is the whole number. So we'll take 5 over 6 and 4 over 5. So we can convert to 30. Multiply by 5, you get 25. Multiply by 6, 24. Which one is bigger? 25 is bigger than 24. So that means 7 and 5 over 6 is the larger one. Look at this one. Same whole number. You have to convert to the same denominator. 7 and 5, that's 35. 5 times 7, 5 times 3, 50. 7 times 5, 35. 7 times 1, 7. Which one is bigger? 15 is bigger than 7. So that means 6 and 3/7 is the bigger one. Fill in the blanks with the suitable symbol from greater than or less than or equal. Same numerator. So we compare the denominators. Larger the denominator, you get a smaller value. This is less. Same denominator. Larger the numerator, that fraction is larger. This one, you have to convert to the same denominator. Convert to the same thing here. 8, that means multiply by 2. So 26. So 26 over 8 or 25 over 8, this side is bigger. Other one, 5 and 3. So both you have to convert. So this is 15, 15. Multiplied by 3, that means 12. Multiplied by 5, you get 10. So which one is bigger, 12 or 10? 12 is bigger. This one? Definitely we can see when you compare the whole numbers 2 and 5. 5 is bigger. 7 and 3. 7 is bigger than 3. Now there's a problem here, 2 and 2. But 1/5 and here 2 tenths you can simplify. Divide by 2, 1 and 5. So you get the same value. So you can put equal sign. This one, 4 is the same. So you can't compare with the whole number. Now look at 3 and 2. 6 is the common denominator. Multiply by 2, you get 4. Multiply by 3, here you get 3. So which one is bigger, 4 or 3? 4 is bigger. This one, 7 is the same. So you have to compare the fractions. 8 and 3, common denominator is 24. 3 times 3, 9. Here 8 times 3, 24. So 8 times 1, 8. 9 is bigger than this. You get this way. Question number 4. A person divides a 10-acre land he owns into 3 equal portions and gives each of his sons a portion. He also divides a 15-acre land he owns into 4 equal portions and gives each of his daughters a portion. Find out whether the portion a son receives is larger or smaller than the portion a daughter receives. So 10 acres into 3 equal parts. Divide by 3. And gives each of his sons a portion. He also divides 15 acres. So this is son's part. And daughters get 15 acres are there. Land into 4 equal parts. Divide by 4. And gives each of his daughters a portion. Find out whether the portion a son receives is larger or smaller than the portion a daughter receives. We have to compare these two. So first we can convert to a mixed number. 10 over 3. That means 10 divided by 3. You get full 3 parts and 1 remaining. So I can write 3 and 1/3. 15 over 4. 15 divided by 4. 4 times 3, 12. And 3 parts remaining. 3 is there, 3/4. Now, still you can't compare because 3 is the same. Now you can look at the fractional part. So 3 and 4, the common denominator is 12. So 4 times 3, 12, 4 times 1, 4. Here 3 times 4, 12, 3 times 3, 9. Now which one is bigger? This side is bigger. 9 is bigger than this one. So that means daughter's portion is larger than son's portion. So you can write daughter's portion is larger. Question number 5. The depth of the drain cut by 3 laborers A, B, C during a day are 1/4 meters. That's A. B, 2 and 3/4 meters. And C, 2 meters. respectively. Which laborer has cut the drain with the least depth? Explain your answer. So you need to compare these one. Least means the smallest value. So when you consider the whole number, this is 2, this is 2, and this is 1. So definitely we can say this is the least depth. So you can write when considering whole part, 1 is the lowest, so A. Which laborer has cut the lowest? A. Cut the lowest depth. So this is the end of first part. So we learned in this section about improper fractions, and then what are mixed numbers, and then finally we discussed about converting mixed numbers to improper fractions, as well as how to find out which one is larger. Now we'll look at the fractions. Part 2, we are studying adding and subtracting fractions. So we discussed all theory in the first part, and now we'll do the exercises. Example number 1. Find the value of 3 over 2 plus 3 over 8. So adding fractions. So how we add? We can do that using the same denominator. 2 and 8 you can convert to 8. So this one convert to 8. This is multiplied by 4. 4 times 3, 12. Then 12 plus 3, you get 15 over 8. So this is an improper fraction. You can convert to a mixed number. How you convert to a mixed number? 15 divided by 8 is 1 and 7 remaining. So 1 and 7 parts out of 8. Example number 2. 1/4 and 2/5. What's the common denominator? 4 and 5, that's 20. Convert to 20. 5 times 1, 5. Here you need to multiply this by 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 5, 13. Example number 3. Find the value of 17 over 12 and 9 over 8. So what's the common denominator? 12 and 8. You get 24. Convert both to 24. Multiply this by 2. 2 times 7, 14. And 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 34. Multiply this by 3. 3 times 9, 27. Now add the numerator. 7 plus 4, 11. 1 remaining. So 3 plus 3, 6. Now, this is improper fraction. Convert to a mixed number. 61 divided by 24. 24 times 3. That's 2. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 2, 4. You get 3 and 1. 13 remaining. So we can write this one as 2 whole parts. 13 out of 24. Example number 4. Find the value of 5 over 3, 3 over 8 and 7 over 4. What's the common denominator of all 3? 3, 8, 4. So you get 24. Multiply this by 8. 8 times 5, 40. Multiply this by 3. 3 times 3, 9. And multiply this by 6. 6 times 7, 42. Now add everything. 40 plus 42, you get 82. 82 and 9, you get 91. So here again 49, here 40 and 42, 82. 82 plus 9, 91. 91 over 24. So use long division to find out the mixed number. When you multiply by 3, you get 72. Subtract 8. When you subtract, you get 9. And here 1. 19 remaining. So how can we write down? 3 whole parts are there. 19 over 24. Exercise 10.3. Evaluate the following. So this is straightforward. Same denominator. You can just add the numerators. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. Now, this is an improper fraction. Convert to a mixed number. 9 times 1, 9. So 5 remaining. 5 over 9. So this is using long division. 14 over 9. You can find out the remainder. That's 5. This is same denominator. I can write 11. Just add the numerators. So you get 17. Again, write this as a mixed number. 11 is there. When you subtract 11, 6 is remaining. 6 over 11. This one you have to convert to the same denominator. What's the common one? That's 12. Convert this to 12. So 6 times 2, 12. So 2 times 7, 14. And here 13 is there. Now add these two. When you add, you get 7 and 2. So 27 over 12. So how many 12s? That's 2. That's 24. 3 remaining. So you can write 3 over 12. And here 3 over 12 also you can simplify. So divide by 3, you get 1 and 4. So finally you can write 2 and 1/4. This one, 7 and 5 in the denominator. So you have to convert to the same thing. 35 is the common denominator. So multiply by 5. 5 times 2, 10. Here multiply by 7. 7 times 3, 21. Now 10 and 21, you get 31 out of 35. Addition of these 3 fractions. So you can convert to 15. That's the common denominator. Multiply this by 3, 36. Multiply this by 5, you get 5 here. And 2 you can write as it is. So 7. 7 plus 36. So 7 plus 6, 13 and 1 remaining. So 43. Is this correct? 5 plus 2, 7. 36 and 7, you get 43. So 43 over 15. That's correct. Now convert to a mixed number. How many 15s are there? So you get 2. That's 30. So 43 minus 30, you get 13. So 13 out of 15. These two, 4 and 5. What's the common denominator? 20. Convert to 20. Multiply by 5. 5 times 3, 15, 1 remaining. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6. And here multiply by 4, you get 8. Add these two, 8 plus 5, 13 and 7. So 73 over 20. So how many 20s? That's 3. You get 60. Then 13 remaining out of 20. This one, 2, 4, 3. So you need 12. That's the common one. Multiply by 6, you get 18. Multiply this by 3, you get 15 here. Multiply this by 4, 16. Now you can add all three together. 18, 15, 16. 8 plus 6, 14. 14 plus 5, 19. And 1 remaining, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 49. So 49 over 12. So how many 12s are there? That's 4. 4 times 12, 48. And 1 remaining. 1 over 12. Example number 1. Find the value of 2 3 sevens with 2 sevens. So you can add the whole numbers separately. 2 and 0, you get 2. Now 3 sevens and 2 sevens you can straight away add because the denominator is the same. So 2 plus 5 over 7 you can write as 2 5 over 7. Example number 2. Find the value of 1 and 1/3 plus 2 and 5 over 12. Add the whole number separately. 1 plus 2. And you can add the fractions separately. 5 over 12. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Now find the common denominator of 3 and 12. So that's 12. Convert to 12. So that means multiply by 4. 4 times 1, 4. And 5 is there already. So 3 and here 4 plus 5, 9. 9 over 12. Now you can simplify this. 9 over 12 divided by 3. You get 3 here. Divide by 3, 4. So finally you get 3 and 3/4. Example number 3. Find the value of 2 2/3 plus 1/4. Whole numbers you can add. That's 2. 2/3 and 1/4 separately. What's the common denominator? That's 12. Convert. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 2, 8. This is multiplied by 3. You get 3 here. So 2. And here 8 plus 3, 11 over 12. Example number 4. 2 and 1/5 and 4 and 2/3. Add the whole numbers separately. 2 plus 4. And fractions separately. 2 plus 4, 6. Here 5 and 3, what's the common denominator? That's 15. 3 times 1, 3. 5 times 2, 10. So you get 6 and 13 over 15. Example 5. Find the value of this. So 1 2/3 and 2 3/5 and 5 over 6. So you can add the whole numbers. 1 plus 2. And add fractions. 2 over 3, 3 over 5 and 5 over 6. So 2 plus 1, 3. 3, 5, 6. What's the common denominator? That's 30. Convert everything to denominator 30. Multiply this by 10. You get 20. Multiply this by 6. 18. Here multiply this by 5, that's 25. Now 3, and here you get 20, 18 and 25. 8 plus 5, 13, 1 remaining. That's 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. Add it again, 20, 18, 25. 13 and 1 remaining, and 63. So 63 over 30. Now this is an improper fraction, so you can convert to a mixed number. So 3 and here how many 30s are there? 2, that's 60, 3 remaining. So that means you can divide this by 3. 1 and 10. So what's the final answer? 3 plus 2, you can say 5, and then 1 over 10. Exercise 10.4, evaluate the following. So just add the fractions. 3 is there, 2 sevens and 3 sevens. You can add straight away. So 3 and 5 over 7. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 2, you can add it. That's 5. Now add the fractions separately. 4 and 3. Denominator is the same. 5 and 7 over 10. This one, 3. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 over 9. So you can write 3, 7 over 9. Look at this question. So here 2, 1/3 and 3, 5 nines. So you can first add the whole numbers. 3 plus 2, 5. Now you can do separately, add the fractions. 3 and 9. What's the common denominator? That's 9. Multiply by 3, you get 3 here and 5. So 5 plus 3, you get 8. 8 over 9. This one, 2 is there, so the whole part is 2. Now add the fractions separately. So you get 3. Now 12 and 3, what's the common denominator? That's 12. Convert to 12. So this is same. Multiply this by 4. 7 plus 4, you get 11. This one, 4 plus 2, you get 6. Add the fractions separately. Common denominator of 5 and 10, that's 10. Multiply by 2, you get 6 and 1. 6 plus 1, you get 7 over 10. This one, add the whole numbers first. 2 is there. Then 1/4 and 2/3. Add separately. You get the common denominator of 4 and 3. That's 12. Convert both the denominators to 12. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 1, 3. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 2, 8. What's the answer? 8 plus 3, 11. 11 out of 12. 5 plus 3, you get 8. Now 2/3 and 2/5 you add separately. What's the common denominator of 3 and 5? That's 15. So multiply by 5, that's 5 times 2, 10. This one multiply by 3. 3 times 2, 6. So you get 8. And here 10 plus 6, 16. Now, can you say this is an improper fraction? You can convert to a mixed number. 16 divided by 15 means 1 and 1 part remaining, 1 out of 15. So 8 plus 1, 9, 9 and 1 over 15. This one, 2 and 1. 2 plus 1, I can write straight away 3. 2 sevens and 3 fourths you can add separately. What's the common denominator of 7 and 4? That's 28. So you have to multiply this by 4, you get 8. This by 7, 21. Now add these two, you get 3 and 29 over 28. So that's an improper fraction. Convert to a mixed number. So you get 1 whole part and 1 part remaining. So 3 and 1, 4. 4 and 1 over 4 and 1 over 28. Add these fractions. 4 plus 3, 7. 3 over 10 and 1 over 4. What's the common denominator? 10 and 4, you can convert to 20. Multiply by 2, you get 6. Here multiply by 5. So 7, 6 plus 5, 11 over 20. This one, 5 plus 2, you get 7. Then add the fractions separately, 2 fifths and 3 sevenths. So 35 is the common denominator. Convert both. 7 times 5. So 7 times 2, 14. 5 times 7, 35. 5 times 3, 15. So 7. 14 plus 15, you get 29 out of 35. This one, 3 plus 2, 5. And then add the fractions separately. 12 and 8, what's the common denominator? You get 24. 12 times 2, so 2 times 7, 14, and 3 times 8, 24, 3 times 5, 15. So 5, when you add, you get 29 over 24. That's an improper fraction. Convert to mixed number. 5. Here 1 full part is there. So 24 and 5 remaining. So 5 plus 1, I can write 6. 6 and 5 over 24. Now 3 fractions addition. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 3, 3, 6. What's the common denominator? 3, 3, 6. That's 6. Convert. Multiply by 2. You get 4. Here multiply by 2. You get 2. Here you don't need to multiply. You can write as it is. You get 5. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 5, 11. 11 over 6. Now convert this to mixed number. 5 and 1 part is there and 5 remaining. So 5 plus 1, 6. 6 parts and 5 over 6. This one, 3 plus 1, 4. 4 full parts are there. 4, 2, 6. What's the common denominator? 4, 2, 6. So you get 12. Multiplied by 3, you get 3. This one multiplied by 6. Multiplied by 2. 4. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. So you can write 4, 11 out of 12. This one, 3 plus 2, 5. 5 and 5, 10. 6, 4, 3. What's the common denominator? That's 12. Convert everything to 12. 6 into 12. 6 into 2, you get 12. 2 times 5, 10. How you get 12 from 4? Multiplied by 3. 3 times 3, 9. And 12 from 3 multiplied by 4. You get 4 here. So 10. 10 plus 9, 19. 19 plus 4, 23. Now, this is an improper fraction. Convert to a mixed number. 12, 1 and 23 minus 12, you get 11 remaining. So you can write 10 and 1, 11 and 11 out of 12. Question number 2. A seamstress states that 1 and 1/6 meters of material is required for a shirt and 2 and 3/4 meters of materials is required for a dress. Find the amount of material of a certain type that is required for a shirt and a dress. That means the total. You have to find out the total. So we'll do it. 1 and 1/6 meters plus 2 and 3/4 meters. That's the total length. So first you can add the whole numbers. 2 and 1, that's 3. Then you can add 1/6 and 3/4. So what's the common denominator of 6 and 4? That's 12. Convert to 12, 6 times 2. So 2 times 1, 2. So this is 3 times 3, 9. So 3 and 9 and 2, 11. 11, no, 12 meters of material needs for both shirt and the dress. Question number 3. A farmer has cultivated paddy in an area of 3.5 square kilometers and vegetables in an area of 1 and 2/5 square kilometers. Find the total cultivated area. Total area is the addition. 3.5 plus 1 and 2/5. 3 plus 1, you can say 4. Half and 2/5 you have to add separately. What's the common denominator of 2 and 5? That's 10. So multiply this by 5 and this by 2. 2 times 2, 4. So you get 4 and 4 plus 5, 9 over 10 kilometers squared. So square kilometers is the total area. Example number 1 now we'll do subtraction. Same denominator, just subtract the numerators. 7 minus 1 over 5, that's 6 over 5. This is an improper fraction. You can convert to a mixed number. One whole part is there and 1 is remaining. 1 and 1 over 5. 17 over 8 minus 3 over 2. What's the common denominator of 8 and 2? That's 8. 17, no need to convert. This one you have to multiply by 4. 4 times 3, 12. 17 minus 12, that's 5. So 5 over 8. Example number 3, half minus 1/3. What's the common denominator? 2 and 3, that's 6. Multiply this by 3, this one by 2. 3 minus 2, you get 1. So 1 over 6. Exercise 10.5. Find the value of each of the following. Same denominator, just subtract the numerators. 8 minus 7, you get 1. Same denominator, subtract the numerators. 13 minus 7, so you get 6. Now you see, you can simplify further. Divide by 6, you get 1. Divide by 6, you get 2. Half. Same denominator, subtract the numerators. 3 minus 1, you get 2. Same denominator, subtract the numerators. 19 minus 8, you get 11. 11 over 11, that's 1. Now different denominators you have to convert. 4 and 2, what's the common one? That's 4. So you don't need to convert here. This one multiplied by 2. That's 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So you get 1 over 4. This one 3 and 12. What's the common denominator? That's 12. So multiply this by 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 minus 7. 8 minus 7, you get 1. Now the denominators are different. So 7 and 14. 14 is the common denominator. That means multiply by 2. 15 times 2, you get 30 minus 11. So you get 9 and 1. 19 over 14 is an improper fraction. Convert to a mixed number. 1 full part and 5 is remaining. 5 out of 14. 10 and 2 as the denominator. 10 is the common one. So you subtract here, multiply by 5. You get 5 here. 13 minus 5, you get 8. 8 over 10. Now you see, you can simplify further. Divide by 2, 4, and divide by 2 here, you get 5. 4 over 5. This one, 2 and 5. What's the common one? That's 10. Convert. 5 times 3, 15. And 2 times 6, 12. 15 minus 12, you get 3. So answer is 3 over 10. This one, 6 and 4. Common one is 12. Multiply this by 2 and this one by 3. You get 9. 10 minus 9, 1. 7 and 5. 35 is the common one. Multiply this by 5, you get 55. Multiply this by 7, 28. Now subtract 55 minus 28. You get 7 and 2. 27 over 35. Can we simplify? We can't simplify further. 8 and 6. 8 and 6, what's the common denominator? You get 24. 8 times 3. So 3 times 9, 27. 6 times 4, 24. 4 times 5, 20. So when you subtract, you get 7 over 24. This one, 8 and 12, what's the common one? 24. Multiply this by 3. This one by 2. Now subtract 21 and 10. You get 11. 11 over 24 is the answer. 9 and 6, what's the common one? You get 18. Multiply this by 2. 2 times 8, 16. And this by 3, 15. 16 minus 15, that's 1. Example number 1. Evaluate means find the answer. Subtraction. So you get a mixed number. So you can separately subtract the whole numbers. 2 minus 0, you get 2. Now you have 7 over 9 minus 2 over 9. Same denominator, 7 minus 2, you get 5. So 2 and 5 over 9. Example 2. 6 is the whole number. 6 minus 0, you get 6. Now you have to subtract 5 over 9 minus 1/3. Now the denominators are different. Convert to the same thing. 9 is the common one. 5 here and 3 times 1, 3. Now you can see 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 over 9. Example number 3. Whole numbers you can subtract. 3 minus 2, that's 1. 4 over 5 minus 1/5. Same denominator, so you can subtract 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 out of 5. Example number 4. Subtract the whole numbers. 5 minus 2, you get 3. Now subtract the fractions. Here you have to convert to the same thing. 10 and 15, what's the common one? That's 30. 10 times 3, so 3 times 7, 21. Here, multiply by 2, you get 4. So 3. And when you subtract, you get, what's the number? 7, and that's 17 out of 30. So you can write this as 3/17 over 30. Example number 5. Subtract the whole numbers, you get 7. And you get 2/3 and 1/4 you can subtract. So what's the common denominator for 3 and 4? That's 12. Multiply this by 4. 4 times 2, 8. And here multiply this by 3. 3 times 1, 3. So 7 and 8 minus 3, 5. 5 over 12. I can write 7, 5 over 12. Example number 6. Evaluate. So 3 minus 2, that's 1. So you get 1 over 5 minus 1 over 10. 5 and 10, what's the common denominator? That's 10. That means you have to multiply this by 2. And 2 minus 1, you get 1. 1 over 10. Example 7. You have to do with 2 methods. So we'll do first, take the separate ones. 3 minus 1, you get 2. And then 2 7s and half. Convert to the same denominator, you get 14. 2 times 7, 14. 2 times 2, 4. Here, how you get 14 from 2? Multiply by 7. Now what happens? Can we subtract 7 from 4? You can't subtract. So what we can do, I can take 1 from here. So I can write 1 plus 1 instead of 2, and then 4 minus 7 over 14. 1 I can write as an equivalent fraction, 14 over 14. Now I can first add 14 to 4 and then subtract 7. You get 14 plus 4, 18. 18 minus 7, you get 11. So I can write 1 plus 11 over 14. That's 1 and 11 over 14. Now we can use another method. Because here you got a negative answer, so you had to take 1 from the whole part. Now when we convert mixed numbers to improper fractions, you don't need to face that problem. You can do it at once. So we'll convert mixed numbers to improper fractions. 7 times 3, 21 plus 2, 23. This one, 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3. Now 7 and 2, what's the common denominator? That's 14. 2 times 23, that's 46. This one, 7 times 3, 21. So what's 46 minus 21? You get 25 over 14. So that's an improper fraction. Convert to a mixed number. One full part is there. So 25 minus 14. You get 11 out of 14. Exercise 10.6. Evaluate the following. Straight away you can subtract the whole numbers. 2 minus 1, 1. Now you can subtract the fractions. Same denominator, you can subtract 3 minus 1 is 2. This one, 4 minus 1, 3. Subtract the fractions. Same denominator, you can subtract straight away. 5 minus 4, that's 1. This one, 2 is the whole part. 7 over 8 minus 4 over 8. So 7 minus 4, that's 3. Same denominator, you can subtract the numerators. Now look at this one. Now this is different to the previous question. When you subtract 2 minus 1, you get negative 1/4. You can't subtract there. So we can do 2, you can take 1 and 1. So 1 whole part. Instead of the other 1 part, I can write 4 over 4. So 4 over 4 is 1. 1 and 1, 2. Now I can easily subtract. So now 1 minus 1, 0. 4 minus 1, 3. So answer is 3 over 4. This is also the same thing. 3 is there, so you can't subtract a fraction there. So what we do? I can write 2, and instead of 1 whole part, I can write 6 and 6. Now subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1. 6 minus 5, 1. This is also similar. You can't subtract. So I'll keep 1 here, and the other one I can write 16 over 16. So 16 minus 5, I get 11. So 1 whole part and 11 over 16. This one, we can subtract the whole numbers. 8 minus 3, that's 5. Now 7 and 10, 2/5 you can subtract. Convert to the same denominator 10. This is 7. Multiply this by 2, you get 4. So 5 and 7 minus 4 is 3. 3 over 10. This one, 2 minus 1, 1. And 2/5 and 3 over 20 you can subtract. Convert to the same denominator of 20. Multiply by 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 minus 3, you get 5. 5 over 20. Divide by 5 both the numerator and the denominator, you get 1 and 4. So 1 plus 1/4, you can write 1 and 1 over 4. This one, 2 minus 1, 1. You get 2/3 and half. Subtraction. So 3 and 2, what's the common denominator? That's 6. Now convert. Multiply by 2. So 2 times 2, 4. And here multiply by 3. 3 times 1, 3. So what's 4 minus 3? You get 1. So 1 and 1 part out of 6. So you can write 1 over 6. This question, still subtraction. So you can subtract. 3 minus 1, you get 2. Now you can subtract 3/4 and 7 over 18. What's the common denominator of 4 and 18? So you can convert to 36. 36 is the common denominator. That means 9 times 3, 27. 2 times 18, 36. 2 times 7, 14. Now 2 is there. 27 minus 14, you get 13. So 13 out of 36. So you can't simplify. So you can write 2, 13 over 36. This one, 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. 5 over 8 and 1/6 you can subtract. So 2. 8 and 6, what's the common denominator? That's 24. 3 times 5, 15. And here 4 times 6, 4 times 1, 4. Now subtract 2. 15 minus 4, you get 11 over 24. So I can write this as 2, 11 over 24. This one, 4 minus 2, you get 2. Then 3 over 10 minus 4 over 15. 10 and 15. The common denominator is 30. Multiply by 3. 3 times 3, 9. And 2 times 4, 8. 9 minus 8, you get 1. 2 and 1 over 30. Question number 2. Sachi travelled 3 and 7 over 10 kilometers to his brother Gamini's house by going the initial 3.5 kilometers by bus and walking the remaining distance. What was the distance that Sachi walked? That means the subtraction, the total distance minus the distance travelled by bus. So, distance by foot. That means she walked this distance. 3, 7 over 10 is the total. And 3.5 you have to subtract. 3 minus 3, 0. So 7 over 10 minus half. What's the common denominator of 10 and 2? That's 10. So 7, this one is 5 times 1, 5. 7 minus 5, that's 2 over 10. When you simplify, divide by 2, you get 1 over 5. So 1 over 5 kilometers she travelled by foot. Question number 3. A farmer owns a plot of land of area 4 hectares. He has cultivated Kurakan, finger millet in 2.5 hectares. What is the extent of the land in which he has not cultivated Kurakan? So that means the difference. Area not cultivated. So what's the total? 4 hectares. And 2.5 hectares cultivated Kurakan. So the remaining part is not cultivated. So subtract. 4 minus 2.5. So you can't subtract here. So what we do, I can write 4 as 3 and 1 whole part I can write 2 over 2. And then you can subtract 2.5. 3 minus 2, you get 1. And 2 minus 1, 1. So 1.5 hectares. Miscellaneous exercise. Express 7, 3 over 5 as an improper fraction. So what we do? We multiply these two and add the numerator. 7 times 5, 35. 35 plus 3, 38. Express 50 over 11 as a mixed number. Then you do long division. How many 11s for 50? That's 4. 44. 50 minus 44. You get 6. 6 parts out of 11. Write the fractions in ascending order, smallest to biggest. So we can convert to the same denominator, but we can first convert to a mixed number. 15 over 7, I can write 2 and 1 over 7. 5 over 3, that's 1 and remaining 2. 2/3. And then the other one is half. Straight away you can see the smallest is half. Other parts you get 1 whole part. So half is the lowest. Highest we can see 2 and 1/7. How can we identify which one is bigger, 1 and 1/4 or 2/3, 1 and 2/3? You have to convert to the same denominator and see. 1/4 and 2/3. So when you convert to the same denominator 12, this becomes 3. This becomes 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 2, 8. So the 2/3 is bigger. So 8 is bigger than 3. So 2/3 is bigger means, so this one comes here and the previous one, 1 and 1/4 next. Write the fractions in descending order. So same thing, you have to write largest to smallest. Definitely we can see 7 is bigger. So 7 and 1/3 is the largest number. Then 2 and 5/. Here 5/3 also an improper fraction. So you have to first convert that. 2 and 5/3 you can write as, this is another one part you can take, 3 and 2/3. Still that's the second highest, 2 and 5/3. Then next one, we need to compare whether this 3/4 or 5/7. Convert to the same denominator, that's 28. 7 times 3, 21. And here 21. And here 4 times 5, 20. So which one is bigger? 3/4 is bigger. So we can write 3/4 next. That's bigger because descending means highest to smallest. So what's the smallest one? 5/7. Evaluate the following. Addition of fractions. So here first you can add the whole numbers. 3 plus 1, 4. Now add the separate fractions. 4. What's the common denominator? 5 and 4, 20. 20 and 7, that's 140. So that means you have to multiply by, what's the value? 28. So 28 times 5, 140. So 28 times 1 is 28. So 4 means you have to multiply by 35. This one you need to multiply by 20. So 20 times 5, 100. Now add all these 4. 100, 135 plus 28, 163. 163 over 140. So I can simplify this as 4 and 1 full part, 140. So what's the remainder? 163 minus 140, 23. 23 out of 140. Finally, I can write 4 and 1, 5. 23 out of 140. This one. Add the whole numbers. 3 plus 5, you get 8. Now add the fractions. Add the fractions. 5/7 and 1/4. Now 5, 7, 4. Same thing. What's the common denominator? 140. So you have to multiply first one by 28. 28 times 3. 184. Multiply by 20. 20 times 5, that's 100. And multiply by 35, you get 35 here. Now, 8. Add these three numbers, 184 plus 35. 219 over 140. So do you get double? You can't get double, so 1 and 219 subtract 140, you get 79. So 79 over 140. So what's the final answer? 9 and 79 over 140. Now subtraction. So what is the easiest way? Subtract the whole numbers. 7 minus 4, you get 3. Then you subtract the fractions. What's the common denominator? That's 12. So multiply by 4, that's 8. Multiply by 3, you get 3 here. You get 8 minus 3, 5. So what's the fraction? 5 over 12 with 3. So 3 and 5 over 12. 4 minus 1, you get 3. Now subtract the fractions. 3 is there. 6 and 5, what's the common denominator? That's 30. So subtract here. You can get 30 from multiplying this by 5. 5 times 5, 25. And here, 6 times 3, 18. 25 minus 18, 7. So 3 and 7 over 30. You can write 3, 7 over 30. So you can subtract the whole numbers first. 4 minus 2, 2. Then the fractions. What's the common one for 8 and 3? That's 24. So 3 times 5, 15. And 8 times 1, 8. So 2 and 15 minus 8, that's 7. So what's the final answer? 2 and 7 over 24. This one. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 and half minus 3/4. So convert to the same denominator. That's 4 here. That means 2 minus 3. Can we subtract? You can't subtract. Then we have to take this one as well. So what we do, 1 you can write 4 over 4. 2 minus 3. So I can do separately. Now you can do 4 plus 2, 6. 6 minus 3, 3. So the answer is 3/4. Question number 4. Malinga walked for 3 hours at 3.5 kilometers per hour. Find the total distance he walked during the 3 hours as an improper fraction. So what's the distance traveled? Each 1 hour, 3.5 kilometers. So for 3 hours, 3.5 plus 3.5 plus 3.5. 3 plus 3 plus 3, you get 9. Half, half, half. So same denominator you can add 3 over 2. Now 3 over 2 I can write as 1 and a half. 9 plus 1, 10, 10 and a half. That's the distance for 3 hours. So they asked to write in improper fractions. So this is mixed number. Improper fractions, you multiply by 2, 20, 20 plus 1, 21 over 2. So we covered the second part of fractions as well. When fractions are simplified, if the answer obtained is a proper fraction, it should be given in its simplest form. And if it is an improper fraction, it should be written as a mixed number. So we did all theory related to fractions. So practice all the exercises and examples and thorough with fraction section.